I have been waiting to do this video with you guys. Honestly, I wanted to wait out the year just in case if somebody made a, year-end purchase. It's the holidays. Some people want to gift themselves stuff or someone's gifting it. But it's finally year 2026. Let's talk about all the bags I sold in 2025. Now, hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. My name is Deandra if you are new here, and it is officially a new year. It is 2026, guys. And I'm hoping to be a little bit more better, a bit better with my channel this year, and just be a little bit more consistent because I really wasn't last year. I really fell off. However, before I get into the video, I did want to acknowledge everyone's viewership of the collaboration with all the wonderful group of ladies at the end of the year. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about and you're new to my channel right now and have not seen that collaboration, I'll link everybody down below, all the YouTube content creators that I partnered with, all the wonderful people within the handbag community, because their collections are wonderful just the same, and they're also really good people to watch. I'm not biased, okay? Or probably I am biased, but they're wonderful people to watch just the same. So yeah, I'll link them down below. And also I wanted to acknowledge I did get a spike in viewership and subscriber count. I'm officially over 500 subscribers. So I wanted to thank you guys, all of you, to the bottom of my heart, those within the collaboration and those who watched the collaboration. I'm really thankful that you guys enjoyed the handbag awards show from all of our collections, because it was definitely seen. I think I'm definitely going to be doing this going forward because it's had a really good response. So now let's get into the bags that I sold for 2025. There's only one bag that I bought in 2025 that I also sold in 2025, but this was a long time coming because, as you guys know, within the last 2 years, I've been navigating pretty well within my collection and wearing a lot of my stuff, and I've been knocking out what doesn't suit me anymore, right? I also diversified my accounts last year. I was only pretty much selling off of 2 platforms. I went and expanded to almost 5, so that did help. Okay, so let's get into it. So I believe the best way to go for me is from platform to platform, not rather in chronological order. The first platform that I'm going to deal with is Poshmark. I only sold 3 items on there. I'm only going to list the price that I sold them at, and I'll just indicate and also say if I felt like I made any money or I came in even or whatever the case may be. I'm just going to give you a little spiel. Just now I lost a lot. Very rarely did I make back exactly what I made. Most of the time I was undercutting myself, which honestly something that I expected because I never buy with the thought process in mind of reselling. No, I never do that. And that's why it takes me so long to part ways with something, because I really want to know I'm not going to regret it and everything of that nature. Side note, I don't regret any that I have parted ways with. I am fully happy with all my decisions thus far. So thus far, I feel like I'm doing this whole process pretty well. So the first one is Brandon Blackwood from Poshmark. Yes, so the Brandon Blackwood Rex Rabbit fur, the brown one, because as you guys know, I have 2, one in white, one in brown. The white one has not sold yet. I sold that for $179. That one, I believe I just exactly, actually I didn't make exactly how much I sold it for. It's probably close to what I bought it as, but as you guys know, what you sold it for, you don't get the exact full amount because the platform takes about 10%, sometimes even 30% of your of the cost. So yeah, so I sold that for $179. Next is the Dress Up Your Purse Le Petit bucket bag, which honestly I took forever to sell because I do love how that bag looks, but it just doesn't work well in my collection. And you guys heard me gripe about most of these that I'm going to talk to you about today, but I just wanted to share with you what has gone, what has come in. I always talk about what comes in, so let's talk about what's gone, right? So the Le Petite bucket bag, someone from the video mid-year, I would like to keep people kind of private. So someone saw the video that I put up mid-year saying that I was going to sell it and was very interested and hopped on to my Poshmark and bought it. Okay, next is a Coach mini wallet on chain in the silver metallic color. Someone also from YouTube on the handbag community as well bought that as well. And I bought, I didn't say how much I sold the Le Petite bucket bag for. That was for $138, and the Coach metallic mini wallet on chain was for $30. So only 3 from Poshmark. Now let's get into Mecari. Mecari I go ups and down with because they try to be stringent with their rules and all that stuff, but I feel like either people are slipping through the cracks or they're very selective on who to target, because I'm not doing anything wrong. One thing that I did do, let me just disclaim, that I didn't know was breaking the rules. I would say, hey, look back at if you wanted to see the item in video format rather than just pictures, because you can see things in detail, you can see how much things fit. If I had showcased it on the channel, I would say, hey, if you want from further details, look at my channel, Fashion Without Limitations. Apparently you cannot solicit other platforms on Mecari because they think that you're trying to do transactions off of Mecari. But I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to do. They're still paying for it through the app, the website. But if they want to see more video or more, just the item in more detail, they can go to YouTube. Apparently they don't like that. So they had taken down, granted, those were my earlier stuff. The more recent stuff, I haven't done that. So it's only like 3 listings that were affected that haven't been sold yet. But I digress. I go back and forth with Mecari heavily. I don't really like it, but I have sold a good amount. So yeah, this year I sold 5 bags off of Mecari. The first one being the Tory Burch Mini Lee Radziwill bag. As you guys know, I did a video about them revamping that whole silhouette, and it was discontinued and they just brought it back out in a different way. And I was just talking about the changes and the features between the two. And I think my item sold because it came back out, to be honest, because it was quite coincidental that someone snatched it up around that same time when I started to see the newer version of it. But I did sell that for $159. Next is another Coach mini wallet, metallic wallet on chain. And that one I sold, it is in a metallic red cherry color. I sold that for $27. And then a mango raffia straw top handle. If you guys don't remember, I'll be putting pictures for everything, but if you guys don't remember, I bought this for an alternative to the Brandon Blackwood straw Nia bag, and I felt like that would, you know, quench my thirst for it, and it definitely did not. I did not wear that bag whatsoever. I would also say, just to be fair, all the Coach mini wallet on chains that you're gonna hear me talk about, I never wore them a single day, except for one, which I'll point out, and the Mini Lee Radziwill, I never wore it either. It just turned out to be a bit too small for me. I'm lying, really and truly, it was the color. I'm really lying, it's the color. And also that the top handle was so in the way, I couldn't deal with it. So that was that. Next I sold was the Coach Sage Green Mini Carmen quilted bag. Now I know you guys are probably like, what? I don't think I even said anything on the channel that I was going to sell it, because I made that decision after I spoke about the bags I was going to sell. Why I did it is because I had it on my bookshelf, not bookshelf, bag shelf here behind me, and pretty much I see it every time when I wake up, and I see it and I love the color. You know who spoke about this recently? Mo. from Mo Knows Beauty. I hope you don't mind me calling you Mo. But she also mentioned it about her most and least used handbags video, that she has been having a struggle with it as well. And I feel like me and her have the same issues. We love the color scheme. I love that sage green color with the gold hardware. It looks stinking beautiful. And I woke up every day and seeing it, and I was just happy seeing it. Did I wear it? Yes, I wore it once. I wore it once to church. I didn't feel, it was a little bit cumbersome, I'm not going to lie, a little bit, because of the structure of the bag. But I love the silhouette of the bag. It's really, really weird. I love that silhouette of the bag. If you guys remember, I got that as an alternative to the Miu Miu Wonder bag. I believe that's the name of the bag. I'll put it up on the screen. They are very, very similar, okay? However, Coach alternative is a lot cheaper and looks cute just the same. And I don't know the life of me why I didn't want to pick up that bag. I feel in some ways it was the design of the bag. Like, the design of the bag is cute, but the design of the bag is not conducive for my lifestyle. I hope that makes any sense. I love the color scheme. Perhaps I just need to find a bag in that color scheme in a different design, and that'll be the best combination for me. A part of me was like, oh, if I had gotten, instead of from the Coach outlet, the Coach retail tabby version of it, which sold out immediately. They didn't really make a lot of that, and I don't really know if that's ever gonna come back. But really and truly, I don't even think I would want that, because I've never really been drawn heavily to the tabby 26s, and they only came out in that size. So I would just be getting it just for the color scheme again, and I'll be unhappy. So it was a long debate within myself, but really and truly, I did not want to keep a bag. Long story short, I did not want to keep a bag that I would not wear just because I loved looking at it. Already tried wearing it. I was not happy with how it felt. I did wear it crossbody because I had my niece with me, and I needed to be a little bit more hands-free that day going to church. And I went out after to a restaurant with it, and it was good to go to the restaurant too. But it was just like, no, I don't see myself ever picking that up to go to work. And it's not because it's a mini bag, because I wear mini bags to work at times. So it's just like, it's the bag design. And I just had to part ways with it. And honestly, since I part ways with it, I have not missed it. I do love the color scheme. I like looking at it, but I don't miss it. So I think I personally feel like I made the best choice. Complete. Just curious, because I know a good amount of us, I know Dee Dee Bean did get a bag in that colorway. Just curious of everybody else who's watching this video, did you get a bag from Coach in that sage green color with the gold hardware, and do you wear it? Is it a regret? Is it like a in between? Is it, you know, what's going on with it? Just comment down below, because I'm really, really curious. The next bag that I did part ways with was my Parisa top handle bag, which is similar to the Grace top handle bag, I believe they call it now. I got it in a beautiful rouge, which is a striking bright red color. I love that bag, honestly, really and truly, and I spoke about it before. It's like a mix between a Hermes Kelly and a Ferragamo top handle bag. I forgot the name of it, but really and truly, I do like the color. I have worn it a couple times, probably 3 or 4 times. Nothing in the last 2 years though. And I put it out on my shelf, and I did not want to pick it up and wear it, mainly because of the issues that I knew that I was going to have with it. It's a bit convoluted when opening and closing, and all that stuff. And I was just like, no, I need a different red bag. This one is not it, although it is pretty. So I sold that one for $146.61. The Coach Carmen I sold for $155. This is the only one, if I remember correctly, is a little bit more than what I paid from the Coach outlet store. So when they took out, mecari took out their proceeds, I think I hit dead on as to what I actually bought. So I believe I got back exactly what I purchased the bag at. Next is going to be Depop. Depop, I sold 4 bags. The first one I'm talking about is a Munai crochet envelope clutch bag. Now I bought this off of the Munai website. If you guys don't remember this brand, I believe I spoke about this brand years ago, around Hispanic Heritage Month, if I'm not mistaken. I spoke about it, and I also spoke about it separately as a summer bag, because this bag is a crochet beige type of bag. It gives summer vibes. That's literally what I bought it for. I bought it as an alternative to a YSL piece, a leather piece that I personally felt I didn't need the leather, and it had that chevron look with the crochet as well. I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to wear it. It looks nice in pictures to me, but in actual execution and wearing that bag, it was very well made. Okay, for it being a crochet bag, their stuff are handmade. Go onto their website if you're curious. I believe they're handmade, and the owners are Colombian and made in Colombia, or it's Venezuela. I don't remember which one it is. I believe it's Colombia, or Argentina. Sorry, it's one of the South American countries. I don't remember, but they do make pretty good. If you're worried about the construction, they make really good bags, and nothing is slipping out of there. However, it's heavy for a crochet bag. Like, I guess I'm used to the mainstream commercialized options that they give. When something is like crochet or raffia or anything, it's very thin. Some of them is faux raffia, is paper and all that stuff. Like, this is material, okay? This is good stuff, but it felt just a bit too bulky for me to use, and I didn't see myself pulling for it at all. Every single vacation I went on, granted I could wear this here, but it just gave me more vacation vibes. I felt that piece did not give me an American domestic vibe whatsoever. So that would be something that I would be going on overseas with, and every time I never brought it. So it was just a sign that I've had it probably in my collection for almost 4 years. It needed to go. So yeah, I parted ways with that, and it sold at $85, which is not that bad. I think I paid a little bit over $100 for it, so I'm okay. A next bag that was sold was an H&M summer bag that I showcased, that I was, wanting to try out that style, because a lot of mini bags were coming in that vertical shape, and I wanted to know if I would like it. It was a raffia design with faux leather trimmings, and I never wore it. I learned from that purchase, and it was a good thing that I went very inexpensive route, because I learned from that purchase I do not like tall crossbody bags, and I would never wear that on its own as a top handle. No, that's not my jam. I like it to be either a square or a slightly bit rectangle, not extremely, just slightly rectangle. Like, let's bring out some stuff here. You see, do you see a pattern? Slightly rectangle. Another one up here, slightly rectangle. Like, that is my wheelhouse. Slightly rectangle. The Arsenal of London in the back there, slightly rectangle. I like more rectangular shape, and then a boxy shape I can do here or there. So here's another one that's boxy. I don't know if you would say this rectangle. I feel like this could be slightly rectangle too. So I digress. It just needs to be mini, but in a rectangular shape, wide, not tall. And the H&M bag was a rectangular shape but tall, more vertical, and that does not work for me at all. So yeah, that was one that was sold for $25, brand new with tags and everything on it. Another thing that I sold was the Coach the Coach mini wallet on chains. Now you will see a trio, meaning like 3, but the metallic one was already sold, so they wanted to buy the other 2, and I did note that in the description, and they were fine with that. I just adjusted it, and they were happy. Though out of those last 2, the only one that I did wear was the black one. Okay, the signature print I did not, and honestly those stinking things are so cute. But what I learned is that I love those mini wallet on chains. I even love the Kurt Geiger ones with all the different colors on them. I think they look scrumptious, but they don't hold everything that I need. At least if like I can put in my car fob, and then I'll use the card slots for my money and stuff like that, I can do that, and I can hold my phone for days that you want to be really, really minimalistic. And that's what I bought it for. I was like, oh, perfect. I just bring the bare essentials, you know, bring the bare essentials, and I'm not weighed down with nothing, but it can still go with my outfit. So I have different colors of them. It does not work for me. It does not fit my car fob whatsoever. And because of that, I just couldn't deal with that, and I don't buy anymore, and I had to get rid of all of them. Okay, all right, last and not least, let me make sure I'm not telling you a lie. Ooh, I forgot one from Depop. Okay, did I finish Depop? Okay, so it was actually 5 from Depop. The last one is my By Far Baby Amber bag. Now that one, as you guys know, I bought for, I forgot the trip. It's a bachelorette trip, I guess you call it, bachelorette party trip, weekend type of situation. My friend was getting married, and we were going to Vegas for her bachelorette party weekend situation, and I was preparing. I was like, yes, I want a nice nighttime sparkly bag. I have never been to Vegas, so this was naive Deandra thinking, from what I've seen on pictures and videos, movies, that, you know, it's just flashy lights and glamour and all that stuff. It is, because if you guys don't know, I officially went to Las Vegas this year. I did a lot of domestic trips, and I was just like, I think I'm happy that I did Atlantic City before, you know, Las Vegas, because everybody says and recommends that. But I think I hyped up Las Vegas a lot more than what it is. But to be fair, I did more outdoorsy things, and I spent very little time on the strip. A little bit, like a few hours, but not really that much. I was out and about. I was more so going to the nearby states, going into Arizona, going to different other places, doing outdoorsy things, because I'm not really a gambler, and I did not know that there's a whole bunch of shopping there. Like, I did not know anything about that at all. So I was really unhappy. I will be going back, and I will be shopping. Okay, but I digress. I wanted a particular bag for that bachelorette weekend, and unfortunately I couldn't go because I ended up switching jobs. I got a job that I really wanted, and I could not go anymore, and I never wore that bag at all since I bought it. I mean, granted, I bought it for Las Vegas, but it didn't have to be just for that. I go out with my girls here, and I could have worn it then, and I never wore it, and I never brought it on any of my travels, never wanted to. It never went with the aesthetic of the clothes that I was bringing, so it was time for it to go. So yeah, I sold that for $150. Next is Vestiaire Collective. So Vestiaire Collective, I only sold 3 bags. Yep, 3 bags. Now the first one is my Rebecca Minkoff. Ooh, I forgot the name of it, but it's a studded tote, leather tote, and I bought it because, and you must be thinking, Deandra, don't you want big bags? Why did you sell a big bag, a tote, if you are on the market for big bags right now? I don't need that one. Okay, I don't need that one. I don't need it in, I mean, the color is nice and everything, but it was a little bit too vertical for me. I like a little bit more horizontal. I'm a short girl, and I've noticed taller bags, that north to south vertical shape, is not ideal for me. It is overwhelming for me. I don't need a bag to pass my waist. Okay, and I feel like that vertical north to south shape is better for taller people, and I'm not that. I'm under 5 feet. That's not conducive for me. It doesn't look good on my frame. So I knew I was never going to pull for it, even though I loved the way how it looked. I loved the color scheme. It was a beautiful beige color. And I also need bags with a bigger strap drop length, especially for the winter time, me putting on my wool coat, because my wool coat has some of them, not all of them, have like really big arms. Like it has a design feature where it's really like a big wide arm look, and I do like that, and I need a bag to be conducive to that. So that's that. And I sold that for $90, which is not that far off from what I paid for it, but with Vestiaire taking out their money, I didn't earn all of that, So next that I sold was Giuseppe Zanotti leather red clutch bag, and this one I love to look at. I love to look at that bag 100%. And be careful with that bag. It's called the Wendy clutch bag, and I got it in, what I had was the crocodile faux leather, not crocodile, it's a crocodile embossed, not faux leather, it's a crocodile embossed calf leather material. Be careful, because some of them are faux leather with the crocodile embossed look, so be careful. And make sure you buy the right thing, because you can find them still online. And I love that bag. That gave me YSL Kate vibes, but with their own pizzazz. I loved how juicy that red looked in that mock croc print embossed feature. It looks so juicy, and I bought that around the holidays about a year and a half ago, or probably 2 years ago, and I was just like, I think I was just in the holiday spirit, and I was just like, oh, this will be a good bag to wear around the holidays. And it was not wrong. I was not wrong about that, but it's just that it's a bit too small. Okay, I'm noticing that I'm a little bit, it's different for a mini bag versus a clutch for me. I don't really like wallet on chains. Like if you see like the designer, like the Fendi wallet on chains or the Ferragamo wallet on chains, they leave very little room. The only thing you can put in there, you put your cards in the card slots, and then you put your phone in there, and then you barely can fit your keys. If you have a car fob that is kind of bulky, you're kind of out of luck, and that is not good for me. So with that bag, that's literally what it would have been. I would have not been able to have my keys in there, even my small condensed version of it, and that didn't sit well for me. So although I loved how it looks, it smelled wonderful. I never wore it, but a family member of mine did borrow it, because apparently they come and shop my closet when they have events to go to. they call me on the phone like, Deandra, this is what I'm wearing. Let me know if you have anything in your closet. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I don't mind sharing as long as I'm willing you take care of it and I don't have a bad experience with you. It's fine. So yeah, my aunt did borrow it, and she had a wonderful time in it. But I never gravitated towards it because I knew it would not hold what I wanted it to. So because of that, I let it go. And the person got it in immaculate condition because it was only worn once. Had the cards, the dust bag, the tissue, the box, the everything. So they got a really nice purchase. And I sold that for $325, which is not too far off from what I paid for it, because I think I paid about $350 or $330. However, I did not get the full amount, but honestly, it's pretty darn close. The next one that I sold was a Demilier. I don't remember how you say it. Demilier. I'll put it on the screen. A Demilier leather clutch in this beautiful lilac color. I got this about 2 years ago, probably even more, from Shopbop, which is, owned by Amazon. And that was my first and only purchase. I purchased 3 things in that order. I've never purchased from Shopbop again. It's not that I've had a bad experience or anything like that. I was never drawn back to it. And I got that clutch because I was contemplating on getting the YSL envelope clutch. Since then, I have learned and realized I don't need the popular one, because you know everybody loves the YSL clutch. Probably if I find someone in a material that I cannot find anywhere, I'll get it. But honestly, Coach has an envelope clutch. Rebecca Minkoff has an envelope clutch. So many different brands have their own version of an envelope clutch. You can find it anywhere as long as you get the color you want. If you're okay with the craftsmanship and of that brand and so forth, you can get your envelope clutch and it doesn't have to be YSL. I digress. But if you want the YSL one, get the YSL, you know? But I realized for me, I did not need the YSL one to fill that void. I also noticed that with having that clutch, I was never needing a lilac color at all. I mean, granted, it was a very light lilac, but it was still present, and lilac and lavender is my favorite color, so I feel like I was also drawn to it because of that. And I did originally want this in a ivory with the gold, but I just never needed to use it. I was a little bit unhappy with the condition with it being a new purchase. It was not a pre-loved item. There was a little bit of corner wear at two, or I think almost all of the sides, and I was just like, this is a new purchase. I don't know why it's like this, and I don't feel like it's Shopbop's problem. I think it was a brand problem, so that's why I've never bought a Demilia bag ever since. If I do, I would have to see it in person before buying it. I'm not buying it offline. I sold that item off of Vestiaire Collective for $132.17. And honestly, I believe I bought it for $160, so I did lose money. But as I said, from the beginning, I do not buy items with the thought of resale in my mind. Not at all. I buy an item because I thoroughly like it and I feel like it will be wonderful in my collection, whether it's an impulse purchase or not. I just thought at that moment I want that bag, and I'm not thinking if it doesn't work out, it needs to have this criteria so I can have the most bang for my buck back. And that's just me, you know? So I knew going into selling it, I'm going to try to get as much as my money possible back, but it's not a guarantee at all. So yes, all in total, I showed you 16 items I sold in the year 2025. The best one yet. I've never had that much success at all. And it could have been more if I've gotten better, you know, offers, but it is what it is, and we'll see what the new year has to offer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what has happened in your collection. Are you guys selling as well? Do you regret any of your bags that you've parted ways with? I thankfully have not. And you know, how is it going with the bags in your collection? I hope you guys have a wonderful day and year and everything all in between, and have a good one. Bye.